not much. Just want to let you know that the broadcast does record party just so it can catch any questions that are asked. I have a feeling it's just going to be a few of the squad members for now. So, it's you, Warlock, and possibly, what's her name? Trinitrade? She's the one that was just live streaming on Monster Hunter. Let me know if you have any issues with the broadcast. You can hear the podcast chat. God, it's so weird seeing my game screen like this. Alright. Watch out, kittens. So this is my first time ever really using the burial blade. I have no idea how to use the chat on this. I've never done this before. Okay. Ow! Cats. Hello. Yes, my character does look like a raven. I sent you a party invite. So, who all do we have so far? Got Warlock.
You are safe, thank goodness. But I'm afraid nothing will change my mind. Please, try to I pray for your safety.
Okay. So, Warlock, this is where you are going to start out. You're gonna come down these stairs. This is the clinic area. You'll see a huge cutscene at the beginning. I decided not to start this with a new character, simply because this is my lore hunting character. I've got her pretty leveled. And we got you in the party, awesome. Okay, hang on, I got kittens playing with me. What's going on, Jacob? That's weird. Warlock, you there? Okay. Anyways, you're gonna come out into this room, and there's gonna be a guy standing right here. Not a guy, but a werewolf. You're gonna let him kill you, and he's gonna take you to what's called the Hunter's Dream. Stop it! Sorry, my kittens are being really annoying right now. But anyways, I guess I'll get on. I already killed the optional boss in this area because I was playing around on it earlier. out into this area, you're going to want to hit that lever. That'll drop this down. Jacob, do you have any questions about this general area, some of the storylines or anything like that? Okay. Our first character of interest right here is Gilbert.
See. But the Great Bridge is the only way to the Cathedral
He
Ward.
talks about outsiders.
And during the hunt, the bridge is closed. You could try the aqueduct. There's a rather, how shall I put it, colourful area south of the Great Bridge. From there, an aqueduct leads to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally want to visit, but I don't imagine you have much of a choice, do you?
Okay. As I was saying, when you first come up to him, he gets the gist that you're an outsider, and he mentions that he was once an outsider himself. He's seemingly very sick. You can hear him coughing through, and he doesn't understand if he could. So he came here to Yharnam for blood ministration, just like your character. Pretty safe to say that your character was probably sick with it as well. He originally looking for a hero, and ended up getting pulled into a whole mess of stuff they were not expecting. Other than that, one thing I found interesting, Jacob, did you ever notice that these things are actually crucified and not just hung up and burned, like the big one in the center? Yeah, these ones, for some reason, the smaller ones, they actually have nails sticking through their hands. Let me get a shot of this. No. And I did it on this one earlier. I don't know, I found it interesting that all of these ones were different than the big one in the center. Yeah, you can see right there, there's a nail sticking out of his hand. That leads me to believe that not only are the Yharnamites hunting in this area, but the church was here as well. Crucifixion, even in our history, has always been the understanding of Catholicism and Christianity. I don't know, just little weird details that I noticed. They are climbing all over me, making this as hard as they possibly can. Definitely Morlock. Everyone get. It's broadcasting to YouTube, I believe. This is my first time ever doing this, so I have no idea.
Your speed!
Okay. Yeah, here, let me see. What is... Are you... Let me see. both my names are the same. Yeah. Yeah, I was okay. Yeah, like I said, I've never done this before, so... You guys can hear me alright over all the fighting, right? Yeah, so I actually made the mistake of going into this on my New Game Plus character, and I've completely forgotten what level the New Game I am. I don't know if you saw, Jacob, but my stats, I did show them up on the screen a little bit. Level 322. No, not New Game Plus. Hang on. What do you want me to do, Orla? Oh, yeah. I'm still missing a lot of items as well. I rushed through on the last gameplay, and I just never bought that. I never picked any up. Actually, kind of, yeah. I want to do a session just on the Cold Bloods and explaining the difference between them and kind of maybe going over theories about the different ones and what they mean. Oh, I've gotten it once. It's pain. On somebody's YouTube coming back through the screen. No, I hate the sound of my own voice. Are you kidding? A lot of fun. So Warlock, when you face this guy, the trick to him is to let him turn around and face you, and as soon as he gets up close to you and raises that rock up, shoot him, and then L1, or no, R1, sorry. There's gonna be an item over here. I noticed that too, like, and some of them look like they belong to wealthier people as well, because, I mean, obviously you've got the solid gold one here, and then you've just got plain wooden ones. What I was thinking, though, is this is the lower part of Yharnam. There aren't very many wealthy people. I mean, if you look at the geological layouts of areas, most of the more wealthier neighborhoods are on higher elevation. So, like, Upper Cathedral Ward and, you know, around the Grand Cathedral tend to have a little more money than areas like this. Anyways, so we just came from that way. That's where that large group in the bonfire was. If you go straight over here, there's all these coffins over here. You roll through them and they break. And you can drop down and skip through. So instead of going forward, we are going to backtrack a bit now. I've already got all this open, but I do want to point something out. Yeah, YouTube has a little bit. I've noticed that because I can hear myself speaking things that I just recently spoke. So there's this note here. When the hunt began, the Healing Church left us, blocking the Great Bridge to the Cathedral Ward, as old Yharnam burned to the ground that moonlit night. This makes me think that the people of Yharnam feel like the church abandoned them. And this could have, I feel like this really caused some suspicions between the people of Yharnam and the Cathedral Ward. And it also drives home the fact that they had to take on the hunt for themselves. Now, if you turn your volume up a little bit, there are two guys upstairs that I have not killed, and you can hear some of their dialogue, and it's actually got some very interesting tidbits that are very easily missed.
No. Smells like you, stranger. Smells like you, stranger.
No.
Smells like you, stranger. It's cursed.
That's a specter. You see them from other players.
Smells like you, stranger.
This is a damn curse.
Please God.
Curse.
Help me. I
This
must
is a damn curse.
This curse.
I must live.
This is a damn curse.
We cursed. You're all cursed.
They're talking about the, have you ever heard that, Jabberwock?
Smells like you, stranger. Please God.
Yeah, if you come in through the back way and you leave the two upstairs alive, you can hear them chatting. They say something like, "It smells like you, stranger. This is a damn curse." And there's another bit of dialogue I haven't really been able to catch, but I have noticed a couple interesting,
Smells like you, stranger.
Please God, help me. I must live.
Oh, this curse. This is a damn curse.
We know who's fault. We know precisely who it is.
we know who's done this. So this, again, I was saying earlier that when the church kind of closed off the cathedral ward from the Arnhemites, it might have caused some suspicion. But at the same time, he's talking about smells like you, stranger. I can't tell if they're trying to blame it on the church itself, or if they're blaming me, the outsider, for the curse. And I mean, several other points throughout the game have driven home that, oh god. Fuck, I forgot I turned my volume up for that. Okay, so anyways, it kind of makes me think that maybe they're blaming the church, maybe they're blaming me. And this little shortcut here will take you back to the beginning, by the way. And other points throughout the game have driven home the fact that the outsider is to blame for that. And I'll get to a bunch of that later on through the playthrough, and I'll point out specific things. I should have had my notebook of notes handy for this. Oh, I've got a hell of a lot more than that. I said at least 20 pages. Yep. Usually there is a dog outside of this house. I've already killed it on my last playthrough. Once you kill the dog, this woman will start talking to you. She will eventually ask you for any safe places to go to. You don't have any for her yet, so you just kind of walk away and come back to her later. We're gonna go and kill this guy first. Oh yeah, I definitely will. I'll probably talk about her once I send her to Odin Chapel. The fact that she's stupid enough to go outside on the night of the hunt just to it's raised a few questions to me. So right here we've got Eileen the Crow, the Hunter of Hunters. She is probably by far my favorite character. I am wearing her armor, as you can see. Hunter of Hunters.
Still lingering about.
You talk to her, and she'll
What's
give you a
wrong?
gesture, and she
A
will start a
hunter
quest line.
unnerved
You've got to
by
be
a few
very careful not to
beasts.
mess it up, because it's actually a very interesting quest line that brings
No
about a couple
matter.
more points of lore that I like to
Without
discuss.
fear in our hearts, we're little different from the beasts themselves.
Apparently I haven't gotten that yet. But anyways, you can choose to kill her and bypass her quest line to get her stuff, but she is very difficult because she is not meant to be beat on this this playthrough. If you do decide to do it, you want to use a very special technique, do as much damage to her as you can before you get her actual attention. As soon as you have it, you run straight out here. Ooh, if I don't knock those over. You run all the way across here and kind of come out on this beam here, and she will run and fall down in the center. And by the time she gets out there, she should have taken enough damage to have the fall actually kill her. You didn't know that? You don't necessarily lock her in the corner. The way you can do as much damage as you want, as you can before she actually aggroes onto you, is you walk up to her, you viscerial her, and then you, she won't be aggroed onto you just yet, but it will deal a good chunk of damage. You viscerial her again, and then she'll be aggroed onto you, and that's when you run. So by then you've gotten 2 visceral attacks on her, and like I said, the fall kills her. You gotta make sure she falls right down into the center there, because if she doesn't, you'll want to finish her off with Molotovs. She is a bitch to kill. Yep. I killed her on my first few playthroughs. I actually want to do her storyline now because it's been a long time since I killed the Bloody Crow at Cainhurst. And I actually found out there is a way to cheese the Bloody Crow of Cainhurst and basically kill it without even... I don't know if they've patched that or not. Last time I played. know how if you progress through Eileen's storyline, she will each lamp that there's another hunter at, they will be disabled. There used to be a glitch where the cathedral lamp where the Bloody Crow of Cainhurst was not disabled, and if you used it before talking to Eileen for the last quest, you would pop up on top of the Bloody Crow of Cainhurst and he would just die. I don't know if they have patched it or not. Yeah, but you cannot talk to Eileen. If you talk to Eileen, it will shut the light. Yeah. I forgot that I was doing Eileen's quest one day, and I went to Chapel to play through some of the Cathedral World a little bit, and when I teleported there, I heard the blood echo thing going, and I was like, well, what the fuck did I kill? And there was an item directly underneath me by the lamp. I picked it up, and it was what you get from the Crow of Cainhurst. I was like, shit, okay. So, just a coincidental find. Alright, anyways, now that these guys out here are dead, we're gonna go back up this way. I love it when you leave a room and come back in, the bodies tend to move a little bit. Yep. This one just rolled down the stairs. I killed him all the way up here. Warlock, come take these kids. Wait, why am I going in there? Anyways, I have already knocked it off, but you can see there's a chain hanging from the ceiling here. There will be a body hanging from it. You want to hit the chain without falling off. It'll drop the body down. There will be another item on this body. And then over here there's another chain. You want to hit it to drop the body down. And then you can come down here and pick it up. Oh, shit. I never actually picked that one up. But over on the other side, the body that drops down over there, it'll be the saw spear. Very nice weapon. It's what I used for my first playthrough ever, and what I tend to use on new characters. Got quick attack. And it's got very quick attacks in its non-transformed form, and its spear form actually does quite a bit of damage, so it's very nice. And it's got that serration. It doesn't actually show as a stat in the game, but yes, it's got a serration. The more deformed the beast, the more damage it does. So on bosses like the Cleric Beast or Ludwig in the DLC, it deals shit ton of damage. Yep, the Saw Spear and the Saw Cleaver both are. Yeah. Yep. Anyways, there's something else that's interesting. Oh, jeez, one of the kittens just fell. I'm sorry. They're gonna make this very hard for me. Yeah, I got the camera. He's showing camera footage of her. He's struggling with them. Yeah. Anyways, what I noticed, if you start going up this ladder, and even if you stand by your window, it won't do it now because I already have the music box, so I can't actually show you guys this. But if you come up here and you stand by the little girl's window, you'll hear her actually playing the music box. Yep, that was something interesting that I found out. But anyways, you come up to this window and you talk to this little girl. She asks you to find her mother. Tells you that her mother has a big red jeweled brooch, and You find her, eventually. She gives you a little tiny music box, tells you that her father is not himself, and she's supposed to play the music box for him whenever he starts forgetting who he is. Actually, let me go to the item now. Got it here somewhere. Where is it? Here it is. A small music box received from a young Yarnum girl. Plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. 2 names can be made out, however faintly. Viola and Gascoigne. I know I slaughtered the pronunciation on his name. I can never get it right. I have no idea. People have said it's Gascon, Gascoigne. It's a bunch of different shit. Anyways, there is an item down here in the middle of all these bodies. Have fun with that, Warlock. These guys, I hate these guys. Mermaids, is that what you call them? Rotted corpses. According to the official guide, they are rotted corpses. Yeah, he's grabbing on. Stop! Jesus! Get down. 2, 3. There's the 4th one. Where's the 5th one? Oh, he's over in the bed. Okay, cool. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I don't know. I've thought about actually making certain areas and editing the videos to post to YouTube, so it's not just the box randomly. But I can get down to 20. But I have like, yeah. Well, I've got no video editing skills. You guys get back down. No! They keep climbing up. What the fuck? Beware of bird, I get it. That's not what I wanted. Get down. Alright, anyway. You could go up that ladder. I never do, simply because there's a nice little trick I use to go up this way. Hunter badge is usually in here on a body. Can't remember which one it is. There will be 2 items. Oh my. Get down. Yep. I find it interesting that she literally shoves her fist up the pig's ass. It's gotta be the pig. So if you come up here and use this ladder instead of the other one, these guys here, no, they'll start running down. Oh, he didn't do it this time. No. once he hits that boulder, chances are he will actually end up hurting himself and setting himself on fire. Sumerian descendants, simply because Sumerian descendants, like those grave watchers, are very large. I can't really tell though. I don't know if they were tests done by the church back when they were experimenting with the blood ministration. Because I mean, you see the church giants, and they look like the undead giants from the labyrinths and the chalice dungeons. But the chalice dungeon ones seem more crudely put together, and you can tell they've had a lot more surgical modification and just all around look to be in a lot of pain. I don't always use this drill. We're gonna try it. Oh hey, that person has a bone armor. My second favorite set. I love this one. Alright, anyways. This is where I'm gonna have fun. This fight was a bitch on just regular. Warlock's probably gonna need a senpai for this.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
Normally I would go through with showing the fact that the music box actually affects him, but you know it's I didn't die. So, anyways, that was the first boss. He is an ass, and give me a second to move kittens again. What's going on? Okay. You didn't go with them to the theme park? Okay. Stop! Jeez. It's my leg, not a toy. Yeah. Really quick before you go, I just found this. I don't know if you remember me earlier talking about it. The little girl would tell you that her mom wears a big red jeweled brooch. You get it off of this body up here. Yeah. And Father Gascoigne, if you noticed, his name was on the music box. So we basically just made that girl an orphan. Yeah. I'll show you guys, I'll show you later the few options that you have when talking to her next after you find that. But anyways, have fun, Warlock. Bye. And then there were two. So are you actually playing through on the game yourself too right now? If you want, I can end the broadcast and we can just play at the same time and talk in party chat. I mean, I basically got through that first area already, so. I don't think it's registered that Warlock has left yet. Let's see, can I see who all is actually watching? I still have no idea how to control any of that. Alright. I will end the broadcast there then.